But the 1-2 is a straight jab right there.
One,
right
two,
there,
one,
right
two.
there, right there.
One,
yep.
two, 1, 2.
Yep.
Healthy Fit family. Okay, we're in for a treat today. We're about to hit you with the 1-2 punch. We here. Oh, you're not going to be ready for this because I've learned so much information. We have a boxing coach. He started his journey long time ago, back like 2000, 2014. He was doing amateur boxing. He's been in the military. For those of you who serve, I haven't, but he told me all about those times when he was doing the Army Smoker tournaments. That's what I'm talking about. So he trains for amateur competitions. He trains if you're trying to get fit with boxing, and he also does self-defense, and I kind of need that because I be out here, you gotta be out here in these streets.
The whole world needs it.
Yes, exactly. So without further ado, because I want you to get healthy and we're gonna hit him with the punch, the 1-2, we are here with Beat Bully Boxing with Coach Monnie. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor.
Some type of way, yay. Okay, before we get started, now we want to know. All right, so why choose boxing over other things that we could actually do to get in shape?
So boxing, it brings an adrenaline rush that's on a whole nother level. It'll have you addicted. It's like you're in the fight, but you'll get those same effects. So you also won't get beat up, but you get the punch and release stress. It releases endorphins. You feel happy. It's addicting. So you got to get a dose of it just by hitting the mitts that I have. Mm-hmm. You'll get that rush, that adrenaline rush. So
it's good to get in shape because you trying to say our fight or flight kick in?
Definitely. Instantly, because that's basically what it is. It's providing that scenario, and you'll feel like that. Like, as soon as you hit the mitts, you'll feel it. Like,
wow. I haven't done it. I feel like that's a stress reliever.
Stress reliever, number one.
Okay, but now we gotta dig in, y'all, because he's fought. He's got some titles under his belt. So I need you to tell us, did you start this boxing thing because you wanted to be a professional boxer, or is it just kind of like a hobby? What's going on? How did you start?
So I love sports. I grew up around basketball and football. It was no boxing. I was in Baltimore County. We weren't exposed to boxing programs, but I always had an interest in it, but wasn't ever exposed to it. So when I went to the Army, my sergeant, he was a big boxing fan. So we went to Vegas. He took me to Vegas. We had a training in California, but after that, we went to Vegas for a break. And he took me to Floyd Mayweather's gym, and he was telling me about the tournament that was coming up back in Hawaii. I was stationed in Hawaii, Schofield Barracks. And he said, do you want to train for the tournament? I was like, yeah, I'm always ready to go. I'm always for boxing. So we trained there. We trained at a local gym in Hawaii. And then the tournament came. I had about 1 month of training, and I won the tournament. It was 3 fights, 3 days in a row, and I won it.
What? Wait, is this an Army tournament?
Yes, the Army Smoker tournament.
And so your Army instructor was the person who introduced you to boxing?
Yes, Milton Rodriguez. He was a huge boxing fan.
Wow.
His passion, it came down on me, like his energy, and I was like, I got to see what this boxing stuff is about.
You said you trained for 1 month?
Yep.
And you won the fight?
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's happened since then?
So after that, I went amateur after those fights. I had 4 fights. I did good. I had about 4 fights. I won 2, but it was a learning curve because I jumped out there too fast. And you got kids doing this since the age of 8 years old. So I'm about like 20-something years old, and they got all this experience. So it was just a little lack of experience, but after that, I had many sparring sessions, and I was transitioning out of the Army. So I came back to Baltimore, and I was just finding a job. I had to get my job down pat. But with that, I was stayed away from boxing for about 2 years. But then my cousin, he was attacked by a 12-year-old, and he's 10 years old, so he didn't know how to defend himself. So that clicked right there. I was like, I need to get you training. You need to learn self-defense. And that's where it started, Beat Bullying Boxing, because he was bullied and didn't know how to protect himself. So,
wow. Beat Bullying Boxing.
That's the name.
Did he beat the bully? That's all we can.
He actually just had a recent incident. He knew how to protect himself. So on the bullying, he didn't go back at him, of course, but.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
But do that. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that's how you started. But so now let's get back into this boxing, because I know a lot of people, they might be like, because I see it a lot of times at the gym that I go to, but I've actually never really tried it, like kickboxing or boxing. I don't think we have self-defense, but I'm kind of excited about that part.
Yep.
So why would somebody, that's just coming in like myself, why should we go to boxing? I know you said it was adrenaline rush, but other than our cardio fit classes.
So with that, this boxing is rated the #1 hardest sport, so it'll bring you the most challenge, but fun at the same time. So it'll be very challenging, but you want to keep going, and it'll burn so many calories. You'll burn the max calories per session. So
With boxing?
yes, you will sweat. It will definitely make you sweat.
What?
I'll teach you how to throw certain punches. I'll start you with your basics. You got the 1 and the 2. Then it has the 3-4, a hook, uppercut, body shots. I will show you all your punches during that time. And I will put you in I will simulate like you're in the boxing ring. So you'll get that little experience, but no one's actually hitting you. So.
What? I like that, be bullying. Okay, so the everyday people like myself, since you are a trainer, y'all, he's certified. What is this certification called?
So it's USA Boxing Coaching Certification. That's for the amateur area. So I can coach your kids to train if they want to go amateur boxing. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, so other than that, now the everyday people like myself. Now we're trying to get in shape. We might want to try it, might not. Like, what kind of advice would you give us, just as a fitness? Because he's in shape, y'all. You know, we might have to have a sparring session after this. I think he's trying to try me with the guns. But you know, what kind of advice would you give us, everyday people at home that's trying to get in shape?
So pretty much, I want y'all to get active. Your health. You got to fight for your health. Like literally, you can fight for your health and have fun with it. I believe working out should be fun. I don't want you to have a strain like while you're going. Like a lot of trainers would just throw all this heavy weight on you, but this is fun. You should gradually build yourself up, and it should be fun. Like boxing is therapy. I call it boxing therapy to relieve stress and build your health.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, y'all got to come check out this boxing therapy that he's got going on. Tell us what services that you offer and where we can find you.
So right now, I'm a mobile trainer. I will come to your area. I will find the nearest gym to you, or I will come to you. I have gyms in your area. So just call me, or DM me, I should say, on Instagram at Beat Bullying Boxing on Instagram.
Beat Bullying Boxing on Instagram. I will have that posted for you guys. Okay, so thank you so much for coming on. This is Coach Monnie, y'all. Y'all gotta come and connect with him. I really, really like that. He need to have some kids programs for that. But those of you who want to box, those of you who want to get out there in the ring, because you know I might have to add that to my bucket list. Y'all saw my bucket list. I'm gonna have to add that. You know, Layla Ali coming for you. But other than that, what kind of final words would you want to leave with the Health and Fit family?
Get active, everyone. Like, I don't care if it's once a week. Of course, we want more, but don't just sit around and losing your fitness, your youth. Keep your youth and just keep on working out. Just get active. That's my motto. Get active, get active.
What?
So.
Okay, now wait, you're going to have to show us something we can do at home. Give us a combination.
Okay.
Give us a combo. Do it.
So pretty much 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it up for a minute. You'll build, you'll sweat with that. I'd rather you have about like 2-pound weights. Just go here. Punch, punch, punch.
That's
punch,
it?
punch,
The whole
right there.
time? Just
For
keep
1
going?
minute, yeah, but you gotta learn the hooks. That's kind of a difficult punch to throw, the uppercuts. I gotta show you that though. But the 1, 2 is a straight jab, right there.
1,
right
2,
there,
1, 2.
Right there, right there.
1,
yep.
2, 1, 2.
Yep. But in a row, just like that.
For 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off?
But 3 rounds, yeah. You'll feel it.
Yeah, okay, well, thank you. Ooh, all right, I think I got it. I'm gonna chop you up a little bit. You less energy than me. You're trying to bring me down.